Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we went and spoke with Lady Webb. We have come to an accord. We will give her information on the Leaden Key, and she will tell us what she knows about the organisation. But before we tell her everything that we know, I wanted to come down and have a chat with Curran, because earlier on in the game, we spoke to him and he said, "Oh, I've got this case, but Lady Webb doesn't trust you, so I don't want to tell you about it." Now that we've agreed to Lady Webb's terms, I'm like, I think we could help this guy out, and indeed we can. We have some missing individuals, 2 men, 1 woman. Landry, Kendall, and Cora. Tell me about Landry. Also, let me start my timer. There we go. Best to ask Oli. Seems they drank together at the Salty Mast in Andra's gift. Also seems that no one else knew him well enough to miss him. One of his ears twitches. Tell me more about Kendall. Reported missing by Elga, a dwarf who carries traces of... He closes his eyes and sniffs the air. Fine wine and young dandies. Plenty of time and money to spend on her pleasures. Tried Brackenbury. Tell me more about Cora. Ooh. Benevolent 3. Sister of Laura, one of the merchants in the Copper Lane Bazaar. Not the kind of person who would just disappear, it seems. Laura was most distraught. I think a visit from someone sympathetic will raise her spirits. Did you find any leads? Not yet. No obvious connection between the victims, which is what makes me wonder so. He runs his hand along the length of one ear. Could be animancy related. Researchers always need subjects. The less scrupulous types in particular. He pauses, deep in concentration. Seems too risky for the sanitarium, but one never knows. Aloth folds his arms. I wouldn't put it past them. He waves a hand. Talk first to the people who reported our victims missing. Mayhap you will catch something I missed. Let me ask you about something else. Yes, of course. He watches you eagerly, just in case there's anything else. I have questions about the missing people. He nods. What do you wish to know? Okay. I'll let you know what I find. Farewell. The final act. Speak with the 3 contacts. I can do that. I can absolutely do that. Okay, now let's just... Because if there's anyone else here... Considering we're working with Lady Webb, and I have my thoughts about her. I have my thoughts about how honest she's been. Like I said, I'm theorizing right now that she actually knows Theos. Because at no point did she say, "No, I've never met the guy." She was like, "Oh, I know about him through my usual means." She never said, "I've never met the guy." She never said that. So I'm wondering if her reasons for going up against him are far more personal in nature. If she's this amazing cipher, surely the Leaden Key would want her on their side. And maybe there was some kind of, like, betrayal there, and she's gone, right, I've got it in for you now. That's my current thought. I want deities. I want to just go over Wodika. Goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchies. Depicted as an old noblewoman bearing a broken crown upon her head. Said to have been once ruled over the other gods, but has since been overthrown. Okay. Well, she was called, what was it? The Queen That Once Was? Or the Queen That Never Was? Something. Wait a minute. Am I thinking... Oh, shit. Am I thinking about the character from Dance of the Dragons? I've not watched that, but I've seen snippets of it because I've got a few friends that are into Game of Thrones. I might be bullshitting that. Wait a minute. It would be in the quest because it was... Never Far from the Queen. Maybe. I do not know. I don't know if I'm making shit up or what. I mean, we're in Brackenbury. We're in Brackenbury. Who are you? You should have seen the looks on those noble faces when I moved. Oh, shit! I was thinking, like, is this Cyril like Cyril? No, I haven't seen this damned Kendall person. Now, hold on a minute. You barely... You should be more careful about who you invite into your bed. Don't be sore just because I kicked you out of it. Be thankful the little scamp didn't make off with your good silver. Hello. Yeah, I was just thinking, is this Cyril from the Salty Mast? It is. Hi.
How do you do?
The dwarven woman is dressed and perfumed like a member of the nobility, but her sun-reddened skin and sweat-stained outfit suggest she's been out here for quite some time. Afraid I don't have the time just now. I'm investigating Kendall's disappearance. What was all that yelling about? Never mind. What was all that yelling about? The woman folds her arms and blushes beneath her sunburn. You shouldn't go nosing into other people's conversations. I'm investigating Kendall's disappearance, and I guess I'll just have to ask someone else about Kendall's disappearance. I'll be go off. Then I guess I'll just have to ask someone else about Kendall's disappearance. Wait, don't go. She steps in front of you. I've been on edge of late. Didn't mean to offend. She looks you up and down. So that little Orland's finally getting serious, eh? Dunred Row is strapped for resources at the moment, so Curran sent me. Diplomatic. Drop the attitude if you want my help, lady. Aggressive. Charming. I can't imagine why this Kendall fellow would have disappeared on you. Clever. I think diplomatic. Like, this lady, she's reported someone as missing. And it seems like Dunred Row, like, I don't know when Kendall disappeared, but this has apparently been going on for 3 weeks. If Kendall was the first one to go missing, then potentially she's been waiting for 3 weeks, no word. I don't think there's any need to get sarcastic with her. Dunred Row is strapped for resources at the moment, so Curran sent me. Well, I'm glad someone's on it, she rolls her eyes. Anyway, I'll tell you whatever I can. What do you need to know? Tell me about Kendall. How do you know Kendall? What was Kendall doing before he disappeared? When and where did you last speak to Kendall? Have you noticed anything different about Kendall lately? That's all the questions I have right now. Oh, from the top. Give me all the deets. Tell me about Kendall. What's to tell? He was a pretty young lad. Not the brightest of the bunch, but always pleasant company. How do you know Kendall? Elga smirks. We met up from time to time over the past few months. It was just a fling, really, wasn't going to last. She picks at the corner of her sleeve and looks away. He was a little fool, but a sweet little fool. What was Kendall doing before he disappeared? She laughs sadly. The worst blazing rendition of the general's speech from The Widow of the Wood that I've ever heard. She shakes her head. I love that fellow, but he was a tragic failure. Yet somehow he managed to get in with an acting troupe. When and where did you last speak to Kendall? A week ago. He came back to my house for a little bit of fun. Afterwards we fell asleep, and when I woke up he was gone. No note, nothing. Had you noticed anything different about Kendall lately? He started hanging out with a bunch of actors. Seemed alright, except for that woman. She scowls. That woman with her long, willowy legs and slender arms. Always came around wearing these low-cut dresses and impossible shoes. What was her name? Enough about her, I had other questions. What was her name? Her expression hardens. I don't know, I never cared to learn it. She uncrosses her arms and lets them slowly fall to her sides. I didn't realise it might be important. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all the questions I have right now. If you think of any more, you know where I'll be. Okay. Okay. There's an exit right here, so let's go. I would like to return to Cadnua. I don't think it'll take us 7 days to figure out what's going on here, because that's how long we've got until the person who wants an audience with us. Like, they're gonna leave in 7 days. So yeah, we can do this. Hello. Yeah, that's just the prior. The hearings on animancy proceed at the Ducal Palace. Little progress is reported. Oh no. We trust our good Duke will come to a measured, wise conclusion. Let's just hope he's got a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, that's the salty mast. Okay. They still haven't cleaned up this blood. Alright, I believe it was Oli at the salted mast. Or salty mast. Okay. Oli. Yeah, that's stealing. Boo. I'm looking for Oli. Has anyone seen him? Aha! What have you heard about the, prospects here? I have it on good authority that the Orlan oh my god, are you talking about... You can't be serious. No, he's packing. He's packing. You won't walk straight. You know what they say, go big or go home. Actually, I rather like the look of that Valiant. I think I'll go talk to him. Finally. Yes, just one more drink. Yeah, there's the Valiant doing his sexy little dance. If she doesn't want to get with anyone, then leave her be. The man is at a table by himself, but he constantly glances at the opposite bench as if waiting for someone. He reeks of alcohol, and he moves with the torpor of someone who's gotten used to spending most of his time drunk. This table's taken. Find another. He spreads his elbows on the wood and pulls his drink between them. I've got questions about Lendry. His face twists into a confused scowl. What's it to you? I was told you were the last person to see Lendry. Mike 13, grab Oli by the collar. I need answers, so you'd better sober up fast. Aggressive, that is not... That is not Ximena's style. Resolve 11, Lendry was your friend. The least you can do is answer a few questions. Constitution 14, finish Oli's drink. I'm your new drinking buddy, and I've got questions for you. Leave nothing at all. I'd like... I guess she's a force of personality. This is quite funny. This is quite funny. I'm just thinking, we don't know where this guy's been. We don't know where he's been, who he's been with. He's been drinking that drink. I don't want to... I'm trying to think of a nice way to put this. There isn't one. I don't want to drink his drink, swig back some of his saliva, and end up with, like, super gonorrhea or something. Like, I don't want that. No, thank you. Like, could that even be cured? Would healing magic work on that? I don't know. So let's not risk it. Lendry was your friend. The least you can do is answer a few questions. Oli eyes you warily. Yeah, fine. You don't have to get your small clothes in a knot about it. So, what was it you were wanting with Lendry? Tell me about Lendry. When and where did you last see Lendry? That's all I need. Yeah. Tell me about Lendry. He spent most of his time here, drinking with me. Tells you enough, doesn't it? He takes a gulp of his drink and shrugs. He didn't volunteer details and I didn't ask, but he had a working man's hands and a working man's taste for drink. When and where did you last see Lendry? Right here, getting drinks with me. He slaps a spot on the bench. Just like we have every night for the last 5 years. I couldn't actually tell you much about him, and I think he preferred it that way. He frowns at the rough wood grain of the table. It's probably why we got on so well. Plenty of things we didn't talk about. Anyway, I remember that night because he said things were finally turning around. He was going to find a steady job, clean up, have another crack at that respectable life. I told him in that case he could buy the drinks. He traces the rim of his cup. That's when she showed up. Who's this woman you're talking about? A sly smile stretches across his face. A real fancy lady. Name's That name is ringing a bell. Isn't there a house in, oh, I'm having to go back really far. This was when we first came to Defiance Bay. How many episodes was it? Probably over 100. But there was a house, and it was locked. And there was no option to, like, pick it. It was like, oh, you need a key. And I was like, that's a bit weird. That's suspicious. And I swear down that was Lumdala's house. I swear I'm not going crazy. I swear down that's a thing. A sly smile stretches across his face. A real fancy lady. Name's Lumdala. He taps his head. I don't remember much these days, but I remember her. Usually you have to pay a month's copper to spend time with a woman like that, but Lumdala... He shakes his head. She was falling all over Lendry that night, left with him too. Where did Lendry and Lumdala go? A gruff laugh rattles his throat. She said they were going on to see some frilly performance. If you ask me, they had their own plans to perform that night. He makes an obscene gesture and grins. She just said they had to pick something up at her house in Copper Lane first, some cosy little place by the northern gate. He picks up his cup. Even a drunk like me knows what that means. For what it's worth, she said she earns her coin over at that amphitheatre in Copper Lane. That's where she said they were going to see their show. Maybe someone there saw him. And that's all I need to know right now. Oli nods. Right, let me know if you find him, yeah? Because that bastard owes me a round if he's found the good life. No, I don't think he has. I don't think he has. I just had a thought. Was there a shop in the Gentleman's Club? I'm just quickly gonna go check. Because I'm here, I might as well. But yeah, that is, so that is 2 for 2 on, missing individuals somehow getting mixed up in an acting troupe. Okay, no. Aha! Okay. Yeah, what do you... Is it all... Oh, yeah, we've got a card piece. Excellent. Who is this? Maxent. Yeah, who is this day person? Oh, wait a minute. I'm glad I checked, because that goes to the grieving mother. Way! Excellent. Okay. It's got a name, but it's not... There's nout to it. Okay. I'm just looking. I need to. Okay. But still, okay, I'm very glad I checked. I'm extremely glad I checked. Okay. Fabulous. Okie doke, but yeah, back to the case. Enough of the Gentleman's Club. We need not think on that. Okay, yeah, this is, it's seeming like suddenly all of these people wanted to pursue acting careers. That is very, very suspicious. We'll go have a chat with, who was it, Laura? And if she mentions acting, or this Lumdala lady, then I think we have our person. Oop. Heritage Hill is restored. The city guard reports that the howling cataclysm atop the tower has ceased. Restoration efforts are underway. Excellent. That makes me very happy to hear. Yes, to Copper Lane. The first thing I'm doing is checking the map. I need to... Is my memory... I fucking knew it! I knew it! I have a very good memory. That's a lie. I have a dumb memory. That's the best way I could describe it. I have a really dumb memory. Because I swear down, like... You're right, Dalton. Yeah, if you were to ask me, like, Callista, what did you do yesterday? What did you have for dinner yesterday? Fuck if I know. Callista, what happened over 100 episodes ago in a Let's Play you're doing? Well, let me tell you. My memory is a strange, confusing place. We don't question it. We don't question it. Oh. Messengers from Gilded Vale bring shocking news. Lord Radric is dead. He is survived by Kolsk, last surviving relative of the Radric line. It is, yeah, there you are. It is I do feel a bit dodgy. You know, would I have intervened if I had known that Kolsk was a relative of Radric's? I'm not entirely sure. Then again, the whole reason why we did it is because he was a crazy guy on our doorstep. You know, he was one step away from let's round up all of the godlike we can find and kill them to appease the gods. Like, it wasn't safe having him right next door to us.
Good day, stranger.
Always good to see a familiar face. How can I help you? I'm looking into some disappearances. I hear that your sister's gone missing. Laura's voice drops to a whisper. I didn't think anyone would help me. When Cora disappeared, I tried Dunred Row, the Crucible Knights, even the dozens here. She points her thumb at the large building behind her. No one had time to look for a missing girl then. She bites her lip. That was 3 weeks ago. If there's anything I can tell you that will help, just ask. Tell me about Cora. She's my younger sister. Always had a head full of dreams. She was convinced there was something special waiting for her, that she'd be remembered and happy and important. Laura shakes her head. She's got plenty of heart, but not the commitment to match. Still, when she got that theatre job, I thought she was about to turn around. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we've got a murderous acting troupe, don't we? What was Cora doing around the time she disappeared? She'd just gotten into this acting troupe called the Laura's Brows Knit. You know this. Concentrate. Forget it. Let me ask you about something else. You know this. Concentrate. The Revel of Stars. That's it. She was pretty inexperienced, Laura hesitates. I think that's why she was so excited to get a role. I'm afraid I don't know anything else about it. When and where did you last see your sister? She was at our house getting ready for her big performance. That was 3 weeks ago. Did you see Cora with anyone when she disappeared? She is very sociable. She always enjoyed crowds. I'm afraid I can't narrow it down beyond that. That's all I need to know right now. Laura puts both her hands over her heart. You don't know how much this means to me. Just to know that someone's actually looking for her. Anything else I can do for you? Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Okay, madam. Madam, methinks you have been up to some shady shit. Methinks you are up to your neck in it. And that would be quite impressive because you looked quite tall. Yeah, you tall. She got them long legs.
Gods keep you.
I really should spend this time getting into character. Okay. I was wondering if a woman named Cora was part of your group. I'm looking for Kendall. Apparently he joined your group. No experience, terrible actor, sound familiar. Yeah, Oli said his friend Lendry was last seen with you. Yeah. I was wondering if a woman named Cora was part of your group. I can't say I recognise the name. She suddenly seems focused on the length of her fingernails. That's odd. Her sister said she was part of the Revel of Stars. You can remember lines from a play, but not the name of a fellow actor. I mean, I struggle with names as it is. That's odd. Her sister said she was part of the Revel of Stars. Maybe, but what should I know about it? My work requires great focus and attention. She flicks her fingertips in frustration. I don't have time to coach every young amateur who joins our troupe for a week. I suppose I can spare a moment for a fan. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Oh, don't do that. It's dissipated. Oh. How dare. Oli said his friend Lendry was last seen with you. Lumdala lets out a big laugh. That drunk in Andra's gift. Men flatter themselves when it comes to the intentions of a beautiful woman. The pallid knight herself could waltz into that bar and he'd believe she was there to sit on his lap and listen to bawdy stories. Sagani turns to you, her eyes wide with mischief. That reminds me, have you heard the one about the fisherwoman and the long-finned ice sucker? She glances around. Perhaps I should tell it another time. I trust his word more than yours. He has nothing to gain by lying. Passionate. You have a point. I'm just analysing the facts. Rational. I mean, if Oli was the killer, then he would have something to gain by lying. However, here's the thing. How would Oli know about Kendall and Cora? I mean, I suppose Oli could have orchestrated all of this, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, why is Lumdala's house locked off? Why is there a door in there that you can only access with a specific key? That is deeply suspicious. I'm just analysing the facts. And the facts are that one of us stinks of cheap ale and desperation, while the other has a long and illustrious career. She tilts her head towards you. Consider well which is a more credible source. Neither of you, based on that description. Neither of you. The fact that you have a long and illustrious career doesn't make you above suspicion. The fact that he's a drunk and seems to be in a bad situation, that is irrelevant. Fuck you. That is elitist of you. Balls to you. Hey. I fucking love when... What's she called? Isilmir? I think it's Isilmir. I love when she comes out. I con her sort. Need to be trusted. I know. I'm aware. I'm aware, darling. I'm looking for Kendall. Apparently he joined your troupe. No experience, terrible actor. Sound familiar? She narrows her silvered eyes. I'm not sure who this Kendall is or why you would malign our talent, but rest assured that we have a process for evoking a satisfying performance from even the most inexperienced players. Surely there's someone else you can ask about all this. I'm but a humble actor. You're connected to 3 recent disappearances that you claim to know nothing about. Clever 3. Is that the best you can do with your ready wit? She sighs and turns her face to the sky. If you'll excuse me, I have a performance to attend to. Ooh. The young man steps up next to you, his gaze fixed on the other actors, his voice low. Meet me in Lumdala's house. I know what's going on. He claps his hands and whistles at the other actors. Well done indeed. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's go to her house. Let's run to her house. Oh god, I'm like I'm thinking. So we know at least one of these people was going to her house. Oli's buddy. She was like, oh yeah, we're going to my house. I'm like, oh. Does she have... Oh. Okay, those are the actors. I don't give a shit. I'm like, are we about to find a murder closet? Are we about to witness a murder closet? Hello? Yeah, it was you. Oh. A young man appears before you, trembling and excited. You. I saw you with Lumdala by the amphitheatre. Look, I don't know what your business with her is, but I want out of this mess. I just came by to grab my things. Just let me leave, all right? What do you want from me? Take a breath and calm down. Tell me what's going on so I can help. Benevolent. Let's see what you've got to say for yourself first. Diplomatic. You'd better talk fast. Let's see what you've got to say for yourself first. Kadal reaches slowly into a satchel and produces a small key. This opens the door behind you. There's a passage in there leading down to a theatre. He shudders. It's easier if you see it for yourself. Oh, it's not a murder closet, it's a murder basement. It's the murder basement. He licks his lips. Since I've helped you, I want your promise that you'll leave my name out of this. Looks like the runt is willing to sell out the rest of the litter. This could be amusing. Just leave. I won't mention you. Benevolent. All I care about is preventing another disappearance. What you did before is irrelevant to me. Rational. Lie. I won't mention you. Deceptive. I can't do that. Honest. Not a chance. You played a part in this and you'll have to face the consequences. Passionate. It's... I think all... Okay, so we've... Clearly this, like, Lumdala's a murderer. Lumdala's a murderer. She's got a murder basement. I'm wondering... Oh, there goes my timer. There goes my timer. Let's just sort this conversation out first. I'm thinking, how much did the other actors... Because there's a troupe. There's a whole troupe. So I'm like, is this a case of, like, the entire troupe are kidnapping people and murdering them? Because they're all like, oh yes, the art of murder, yeah, or is this a case where they're like, Lumdala's technically the leader and we don't want to say no to her, but Jesus Christ, is she scary? How involved are they? That's my question. How involved are they? Because if this is a guy who just, like, he joined an acting troupe because he wanted to act, and then suddenly people are being murdered, and he feels like, well, shit, I'm in too deep, then I don't think Ximena would mention his name. But if this is a guy who was, you know, like, oh yeah, I love the art of murder, oh, wait a minute, now it's gotten a bit messy and I don't really know if I want to be involved in all of this. How guilty are you? How guilty are you? I mean, we can lie and decide later. That is always an option. I want to mention you. Thank you and good luck. He doesn't look you in the eye. Yeah, I mean, we can see what's going on there and then make our decision. That's what I'm thinking we'll do. Okay, well, in the next episode, methinks we enter a murder basement. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, The Named User, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.